Good evening, everyone. My name is Nicole Magruder, and I am the Executive Director of Community Hero Action Group. Our mission is closing the gaps in wealth and health within the Black community, and we are proud to present our virtual comedy forum for the evening because laughter is medicine. So, our first stand up comedian is Mr. Cyrus Steele. He travels all over performing stand-up comedy and recently dropped his first dry bar comedy special, Lazy Eyes Matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Cyrus Steele.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to be a part of this event. I love doing virtual shows. A lot of comedians don't like doing virtual events, but I love it because it brings people together. You can connect with your family and friends. And most importantly, nobody can walk up here and slap me while I'm talking. I think that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but yeah, that was kind of scary for a lot of comedians. Yeah, and then they did say, if you heard about the whole thing with Will Smith and Chris Rock, that he apologized. And I was trying to imagine what the apology must have looked like. It probably went down something like this. Like Will was on the phone like, yo, Chris. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's your boy Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, woo. Yeah, I wanted to apologize if I hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to apologize if I hurt you. Chris was probably like, you didn't hurt me. You didn't hurt me. You know it hurt me. Watching Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3, Men in Black 4. I think it probably went something like that. You know, it's a crazy time though. Like they were interviewing all the people about it. Like my favorite interview was they interviewed O.J. Simpson. Like, when did OJ become the moral authority on what is right and wrong? Like, I'm not Will Smith's PR person, but like, it's bad when OJ Simpson is looking at you like, hey, that was messed up, man. What you did was messed up. Like, really? Yeah, the only way that could have gotten worse is if like Bill Cosby had called him like, yes, Chris. Yeah, I heard what you did, to Chris Rock. This is Bill Cosby, and I wanted to tell you, listen, they gave me 10 years too. I heard they gave you 10 years. And I just want you to know, all you have to do is ask them to give you Jello and tell them that Bill sent you. No, I'm just saying it probably went something like that. And of course, it's a crazy time just everywhere with the whole pandemic. People feel some kind of way, the pandemic. But I'm glad it's kind of winding down. I think everything is kind of winding down. Like you're able to go out to eat. I miss stuff like that. And I'm an introvert. So, I miss like being able to go out to eat and connect with people like that. Like I will tell you, like my favorite restaurant, I would ask you guys, but I can't see anybody. But I'll tell you, my favorite restaurant is, trying to think, I got a couple to choose from. Like my favorite 5-star restaurant, I would have to say is McDonald's. I know some of you are like, that's why he's still single. Listen, I love McDonald's. I love McDonald's for the reason most people hate McDonald's. I love McDonald's because they don't care. Yeah, McDonald's, especially here in Atlanta. Yeah, they don't care about me. They don't care about you. They don't care about customer service. And you know this because when you drive up there 10 o'clock at night, the first thing they say is, welcome to McDonald's. The ice cream machine is broke. I don't even think I asked for ice cream, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I drove there one time. The lady said over the system, true story. She said, they just keep coming. It's like, I don't know. I think that's your job. They didn't tell you. Yeah, it's a car behind me right now. Yeah, love McDonald's. And by the way, like I love good customer service as well. Good customer service will make or break your whole experience. That's why if I had my choice, I'd love to have like Terrence Howard as my waiter. Yeah, I loved it. I used to watch that show Empire, and I realized if you have Terrence Howard as your waiter, you probably get what you want, but he might be nervous at the same time. You'd be like, "Hey, can I get some breadsticks? Hey man, I need you to know. I need you to know we ain't got no more breadsticks, man." It's like, Terrence, you okay? You need a hug? You all right? Yeah, I love Terrence Howard. Also, Christopher Walken. I don't know if you've seen his movies. I love Christopher Walken, but I realized I probably wouldn't understand a word he's saying. Yeah, you'd be like, hey, can I get some breadsticks? I gotta say they're great. You gotta love them. They're great. I have no idea what you just said, but thank you. But the absolute best waiter, I think Joel Osteen. Yeah, I think Joel would be good as a waiter because no matter, before you place your order, Joel's going to make you to do what? I want you to hold up your menu and repeat after me. It is what it says it is. I'm going to order what it tells me to order. Amen. Love Joel Osteen. And of course, I think TD Jakes. Anybody would want TD Jakes as your waiter because no matter what you order, he's going to make you feel like $1 million. Yeah, be like, hey, can I get some bread and water? Get ready, get ready, get ready. God is going to do something amazing. God is going to do something amazing with your biscuit. Be on the phone with your best friend. A bishop just told me the Holy Spirit is in my biscuit. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah. But the absolute best would be Dr. Phil. Yeah, I think Dr. Phil will be. He's helped me through a lot of life issues. But I also realize I probably get on his nerves, because I have an annoying personality. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, can I get a menu? You don't need to look at a menu. I mean, you've had from here to your house. You could have Googled it. You could have looked it up. I mean, you need to get real. You know what? I'll get breadsticks. Thank you. Yeah, I love Dr. Phil. And then, of course, like, nobody talks about the stuff we used to, ever since this whole pandemic. Those people don't even talk about terrorists, ISIS. Nobody talks about ISIS anymore. Now, I used to have the best plan for how to get rid of ISIS. Like, if I ever ran for office, I think this would be my plan for how to get rid of ISIS. Listen, I think we should start letting Liam Neeson answer the phones during the hostage negotiations. Yeah, Liam's not afraid. You've seen the movies. Liam will be on the phone with ISIS like, listen to me. I don't have any money. That's what I do have is a certain set. What's that? Yes, I can also save you 15% by switching to Geico. I think it could work. I think it could work. Also, I think if that doesn't work, we let them have Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Yeah, just to annoy them. Be like, hey, Peter Griffin here. Was she have one of you guys could reboot my computer? We are not tech support. This is ISIS. Easy there. Maybe got off to the wrong staff. Maybe I should have started with an ISIS breaker. You see what I did there? Hello. And if that doesn't work, I say we'll let him have Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, because Jerry would annoy them with a bunch of questions. That's what Jerry loves to do. Jerry's like, hey, what's going on? I mean, what's the deal with ISIS? I mean, who are these people? I mean, Taliban, that's a scary name. Al-Qaeda, that's a scary name. ISIS is basically the word is Christ. I mean, who came up with that? And if all else fails, especially right about now, I feel like he would go off. I say we'll let him have Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris would bring the pain. Chris would be like, everybody's talking about ISIS gonna get me. Oh, Lord, what is I gonna do? ISIS gonna get me. Hey, is it just me? Is it just me? Does ISIS sound like Ebonics? Like ISIS gonna be good today. ISIS gonna be good. Sounds like a line from the movie The Help. ISIS good. ISIS kind. ISIS purty. I think it could work. I think we should give it a shot. And I'm so glad that we're making it through the year. We're already, April? We just had Valentine's. And I struggled with Valentine's the first year of my relationship because, like, I realized that women lie. Okay, nobody told me this. It's always men. They always say men lie, but women do it too. Yeah, because I asked my girlfriend, I said, what do you want for Valentine's Day? Want to get you something nice. And this is when I realized they lie because she said, it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts. I took that to heart, people. I took that to heart. I was like, okay, cool. Valentine's Day came. We exchanged gifts. One of us exchanged gifts. The other one of us looked very confused. Yeah, she was looking around like, where's my gift? I was like, hold up. I went to the jeweler, okay, saw a nice necklace. I thought about getting you because she has nice clavicles. I love clavicles. And the jeweler was like, hey, do you want to purchase this? And I thought about what you said. So I told the jeweler, let me think about it because it's a thought that counts. She gave me a look. And we didn't talk for a little while. I'm going to be honest. We didn't talk for a little while, but I figured this year I'm going to do better. No matter what she asks or what she says, I'm going to get her something. So I was like, hey, what do you want for Valentine's Day? She was a little more blunt. Okay. She helped me out this year because she stuck her hand in my face, pointed at a ring finger, talking about, I want something expensive that I can take with me everywhere I go. So I got her a full tank of gas. We haven't talked in a while, but I felt like I'm a better listener, I feel like I'm a better listener this year. That's what I'm working on, my relationship. But everybody's different, and I will say I think the relationships are better. It's all about the woman. Every relationship is about her. The commercials tell you every kiss begins with K. They've got say yes to the dress. There's no say no to the tuxedo. I've looked. Yeah, it's all about them, And I will say during this pandemic, women have handled it a little better. Okay, because first of all, I'm glad they had the vaccine. They were really promoting. They were like, giving out free ice cream if you get the vaccine. Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I think Walmart. They would do all kinds of stuff. I think Walmart was like, we will open all of our registers if you get this vaccine. And they had the celebrities like, Tracy Morgan was out there. I'm Tracy Morgan. Yeah, I took the vaccine and I feel great. I can't feel the left side of my face and I have excessive diarrhea, but I feel great. I'm Tracy Morgan. Yeah, they had Dave Chappelle. He's like, I'm Dave Chappelle. Yeah, you gotta get the vaccine, people. You gotta get the vaccine. Yeah, baby. Denzel's like, okay, okay, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so you want me to get the vaccine, huh? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. Okay, I'm gonna take the vaccine because the coronavirus ain't got nothing on me. When he does a head shake, I think he gets an Oscar nomination every time. Yeah. But yeah, they were going crazy. But I feel like women have handled this pandemic better than men. Because listen, we get out of control when we just get the regular flu. We are ready to write our last will and testament as soon as we get the sniffles. I'm not gonna be able to make it, baby. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I see the light. Lord, is that you? Is that you, Jesus? And your wife or girlfriend is standing over you like that's not Jesus. That's your boss calling. I let him know you can't make it, little baby. Yeah, because when women get sick, nobody knows. Nobody notices. Women handle sickness better. A woman will get sick, right? She'll get sick. She'll work a 9 to 5 shift, go into the office, have a PowerPoint presentation, right? Handle some family drama in her office, go back to the PowerPoint presentation, go home, do homework with the kids, feed the kids, put the kids to bed. She'll clean up the house, tell her husband to lock up the house, go behind him to make sure he locked up the house, and nobody will know the whole day she had the Ebola, the Zika, and the coronavirus. It's an amazing thing. That's all I'm saying. It's an amazing thing. And of course, I think everybody's kind of going through it, whether single, married, whatever the case may be, like single people, especially, because a lot of them were having to meet people online. Yeah, and that was my friends were calling me. He's like, and I don't know if this ever happened to any of y'all like out there, but you ever swiped and matched with the wrong person by accident? Yeah, I did. Her name was Helen from Florida. She was 80 years old. Yeah, I was telling my friends about it. Like, first of all, I had to cut the relationship off. Don't judge me. I know some of you judged me immediately, okay? I tried to cut it off. I was like, hey, I think the algorithm matched us up because we both put down we like to take naps during the day. That's on me. I'm sorry. But she was very fresh. She was like, if you play your cards right, we might hook up. And we did. We hooked up a ventilator so she could breathe. She was 80 years old, people. Okay. And you try to do what you can to keep it fresh. Like every Thursday night, she would give me a back rub, but I had to break up with her. I did because every time she sneezed, I had to put her teeth back in. Like, I'm not gonna do that my whole life. We going out to eat, your teeth flying across the restaurant. How is that gonna make me? How's that gonna help me? But that's all I'm saying. Like, it's tough on everybody. And double dating, I wouldn't recommend a double date. I went on one double date, okay? And I learned it's always a comparison. Yeah, went on one double date. Okay, she saw the guy kiss his girl. Then she gonna turn to me talking about how come you don't do that? How come you don't do that? I was like, because I don't know her. Obviously, I look like kissing somebody in front of you. Anyway, I'm a gentleman. That's all I'm saying. I'm a gentleman. And then I know it's tough on married people. I know this because my best friend called me about him and his wife. Talking about I never know when she's about to go off. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, we were watching TV. Out of the blue, she gonna turn to me talking about, do you have to breathe? What? Do you have to breathe? I can feel your breath from way over here. Okay, your halitosis. I can smell it. And stop clipping your toenails because you almost took my eye out last week clipping your nasty toenails. You need to go in your room, clip your toenails. He got upset. Was like, you know what? I pay half the bills in this house, woman. This is my half of the house. I will clip my toenails and breathe as I see fit. Clippity clip clip. Yeah, that's what you want to say, guys, but don't do it because the show she's watching 9 times out of 10 is Snapped. And for those of you who don't know, Snapped is a TV show that teaches women how to kill their husbands in their sleep and make it look like an accident. Shout out to Carol Baskins. Yeah, it's a very female empowering show. Just throwing this out there. If your wife or girlfriend is watching Snap with a notepad and pen, you should probably talk to a lawyer immediately or sleep with one eye open until you can afford one. Yeah, that's a very female empowering show right there. But no, I know it's tough on everybody. And of course, I'll leave you with this because I only have just a few minutes here. But I know they're probably going to come out with a movie about this whole pandemic. And just to save you the Hulu subscription, it's probably going to look something like this. Okay, it'll be like this: the Corona movie starring Eddie Murphy as Donkey from Shrek. Let me tell you something. I am not scared. I am not scared of no Corona. I wish Corona would come over here. Be like, yeah, come on over here. Corona, come on over here. And after I defeat the Corona, we going out partying, drinking, and in the morning, I'm making waffles. Also starring Kevin Hart. I swear to God, don't make me laugh. I told my wife might get the Corona. She's like, Kevin, you can't get Corona, Kevin, because you're too short, Kevin, too short. I was like, if I do get the corona, I'm gonna touch you first. Be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you touched me. I can't believe you touched me. Also starring Tyler Perry as Medea. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I need to speak to somebody from the CDC because they're cheering out here. They're not doing the social distancing. I told them they're going to get the corona. They're going to get the corona. The Corona movie coming soon. So that'll be out on Netflix. Y'all want to check out for that. Yeah, it's crazy. And everybody thinks there's an expert, you know. There's always an expert trying to tell you what to do. Like my grandma, 90 years old, was on Facebook Live during the pandemic talking about, if you want to get rid of the corona, all you got to do is rub some Neosporin and some tea leaves and rub that on your neck. That'll clear up the corona. I was like, Grandma, what is the corona? Are there two pandemics? Yeah, and I think you got to get the vaccine for that. She was like, I use Vaseline all the time. I was like, you need to log off of social media, Grandma, immediately. Yeah, and it's crazy because I love hearing from the experts, but not those kind of experts. Like, I would love to know what George W. Bush would say in a moment like this. Probably like, I care about the American people. When America hurts, I hurt. When America cries, I cry. When America farts, I smell it. Probably something like that. You know, Bill has a way of connecting. Bill's like, hey, I feel your pain because every night millions and millions of Americans are having to go home to their families and loved ones. And I feel your pain because every night I have to go home to Hillary every night. And, you know, Barack is very poised. Barack's like, now look, let me be clear. You could go, we're having unilateral talks with the coronavirus every day. But my good friend Joe Biden, he's going to be giving a coronavirus safety speech. I'm sorry, apparently Joe took a wrong turn. He's at a McDonald's. Giving a coronavirus safety speech. And of course, say what you want. Trump was pretty bold. Trump was like, okay, we're totally going to get rid of the corona. We're going to do it so bigly that I can tell you. We're going to build a wall around the coronavirus, and we're going to make Mexico pay for it. That I can tell you. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm going to hand it back over to Miss Nicole. I hope you guys have had a few laughs. But again, thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now up next, we have Mr. Joe Deuce himself. All right, welcome to our virtual stage.
All right. Sit down. Calm down. I know. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. 2022 Black Health Matters Conference hosted by the Community Hero Action Group. And I'm excited. This is our second time doing this week. It's happening all week. Tell your friends, tell your people, Black Lives Matter. Okay. Hashtag BLM. I don't think it's taken. I think we can take it now. So Black Lives Matter. Make sure you tune in, have a good time. Cyrus, thank you for making people laugh. I'm just happy to be here because I live in Kentucky and there's not a lot of chocolate chips in the cookie dough, homie. It's just me and about 6 other people. I don't know if you guys live in a small community in Pennsylvania. If you have, isn't that weird? You know, I think sometimes when you live in a small community, you start to get a little bit racist by osmosis. Like I'll be at Walmart. You ever been at Walmart and seen a black person you don't know in your town? You're like, who is this new Negro over here and where did he come from? That is how I go through things. I travel all over the country doing comedy. I tell people I'm from Kentucky, and it never fails. There's always some lady in the audience who knows one other black person from Kentucky, and they assume we know each other, and I feel like that's insulting. I was in Utah a couple years ago. This lady came up to me after the show. She was like, oh, my goodness, Joe, you're from Kentucky? I know a black guy from Kentucky. Oh, his name is Trey. He's light-skinned. He's got braids. Do you know Trey? I was like, get out of my face. That's stupid. And she walked away. I was like, I do know like 3 trades that fit that description, so could be we know the same people. I don't know. Growing up in Kentucky, I grew up in a house with a crazy lady. We called her mom. Everybody else had a crazy mom growing up. Mom used to whoop us all the time. Used to spank us. It was crazy. She would just spank us with whatever was laying around, you know. And it was weird. I remember one time my mama whooped me with a Snickers, and I was a chubby kid, and I was hungry and hurt at the same time. It was very confusing. All right, I started yelling back at her. I was like, "Hey, quit hitting me! Give me a bite. You know what? You take a bite, Mom. You're not yourself when you're hungry." And she didn't stop. I didn't have a problem with my mom whooping me. That was fine. The problem I had with my mom was she would threaten me before she would whoop me. And I was smart enough as a kid to know my mom's threats didn't make sense, but I was dumb enough as a kid to argue with the lady with the belt. You know what I'm talking about? Like my mom would be like, boy, if you don't sit down and shut up, I'm going to break my foot off in your backside. And I'd be like, well, first of all, your foot's not going to fit, Debbie. Okay. Second of all, if you want to hobble around the house looking like Kunta Kinte, that's up to you. Right. And I don't know the age group of the people on sometimes in shows when I'm live, I have to explain who Kunta Kinte is to somebody in the front. And I'm just going to, he was a slave. who ran away. They chopped off half his foot. So if you don't know, he's from a movie called Roots. Don't worry about him. After that, he got to host Reading Rainbow. And then they put him on the Starship Enterprise and gave him some cool glasses. He had a lot of upward mobility for a slave, if we're being honest. Okay. I don't know what his setup was, but that's Black history for you. Okay. Mom, you say this, she'd be like, boy, if you don't sit down and shut up, I'm going to knock you in the next week. I'd be like, oh, now we have time traveling capabilities? You know, if you could just knock me back 10 minutes, we could avoid this whole altercation. One time she got so mad, she didn't know what to do. She was like, ooh, boy, you know what? You know what? Wait till your daddy gets home. Yeah. I was 4 then. Still waiting, people. Still waiting. No, I'm just being serious. All right. My daddy wasn't around a lot when I was a grown up. He was kind of like the McRib. He would just show up at random times, no explanation. Now he's back in my life. We hang out all the time. He came to one of my comedy shows last year and he heard me do that joke. He was upset, y'all. He's like, hey, boy, you better tell people I'm back in your life. So he's back, okay? He's back. I think it's him. I don't know. We're going to find out next year. We're going on Maury. So I've got to narrow down to him and Ice-T. Those are my 2 picks. That's right. I know. I look like Ice-T and Ice Cube had a baby. And then that baby did not have a career. That's what I look like. And that's fine. It's fine. I accept it. That's the look. It's okay. I love this job, man. Comedy is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Travel all over the country, get to see all these crazy things, man. I live here in Kentucky. I'm in the Appalachian region. And, you know, you see some crazy stuff. During this pandemic, we've had all these masking things going on. And I didn't realize rednecks will use whatever they can find for masks. I didn't know that. It's weird. I wasn't prepared. I went to Walmart. There was people in beekeeper outfits. One guy had on a paintball mask just running around. Yeah, one old lady couldn't find underwear for a mask, I guess. She just found a panty line in her face, slapped it on. Just smelled like sunset breeze the whole Walmart trip. It was crazy. I'm excited, though. I'm excited for this pandemic to be over. I don't really want to lose my mask, if we're being honest, all right? I'm a regular 7, but I'm a pandemic 10. Like, you see this forehead? It's some good forehead. I'm working with something, all right? Tell you this about me. I am married. I'm married. We're about to celebrate 15 years. I don't know how many of the married people are out there. Congratulations on your marriage. Congratulations on your divorce. Congratulations on whatever stage in a relationship you are at. If you by yourself, be by yourself and be great. That is okay. Relationships are for everybody. They're tough, man. They are tough. They're so tough. In 2017, there was a 71-year-old man in Kansas City, all right, walked into a bank, handed the teller a note saying that he was robbing the bank, and then went into the lobby to wait for the police to show up. The judge was like, sir, why did you wait for the police to show up? And his response was, I had to get away from that woman. That means he would rather go to prison than be married. Pled guilty and everything. The judge accepted his guilty plea and sentenced him to house arrest. That's justice. That's what that is. That is justice, people. I know relationships are hard because in 2015, Kermit and Miss Piggy broke up. You guys hear about that? Yeah. I saw it on the news. It was crazy. A made-up relationship didn't even make it. It was on like Good Morning America. They were doing interviews. Piggy was bad-mouthing Kermit. She was all upset. She was like, I don't think that he was ready for a real relationship. He had commitment issues. And I was like, man, that is messed up. I was in New York at the time. I ran into Kermit. He was drunk at a karaoke bar, smoking a cigarette, singing his little green heart out. He was like, at first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. I was like, man, Kermit is going through it. Yeah, you can look it up. He had a side pig. She was cold too, boy. Oh, she was cold. She had a little tan, maybe Asian or something. Maybe, I don't know. She had some nice little long dark hair. And she seemed sweeter than Miss Piggy. She probably some sugar cured ham or something. I don't know, but he had a side pig. I was like, all right, Kermit. Me, I'm happily married, man. If you in a relationship of any sort right now, let me just tell you, there's a couple things you can do to make sure your relationship's successful. All right. First, make sure you and your partner go out and enjoy each other's company. That's very important. Go out to a nice restaurant, have dinner. And while you're there having dinner together, make sure that you look around the restaurant and make fun of all the other couples that are in there. That's what me and my wife do all the time. We was out to eat the other night. I saw one of them couples sitting on the same side of the table eating. You know what I'm talking about? If you're one of those couples, you need to cut that out. You look dumb. All right. Me and my wife saw it immediately. I was like, oh my goodness, how ugly is his woman? He don't even want to look at her while he's eating his steak. My wife didn't miss a beat. She's like, looks like the Last Supper painting over there. Which one's Jesus? Which one's Judas? One of them ain't gonna make it. I was like, I love you, baby. Mwah. That's right. Another thing you can do, make sure you keep things spicy in the bedroom. That's what my wife does. The other day, she told me she wanted to do a little role reversal in the bedroom. I took her up on her offer. I woke her up late at night. talked about my feelings, walked around the house, got my feet good and cold, crawled back into bed and dug them in the back of her legs. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Never felt so close. Love her. Oh man. I do think me and my wife got blessed. 5 years ago, had our first child, baby girl. I don't know if any of you guys are parents out there. Being a parent's crazy. You know, as a parent, you want what's best for your kid. That's what you want. You want to make sure that your kid has a better life than you had growing up. And I feel like my daughter's already got a better life. I was reading an article the other day of all the things she has I didn't have. Like, she got black superheroes. We had no black superheroes. We had Meteor Man at one point. We had Blank Man after that. Before that, we didn't have nobody. I remember one time I had a cape. My mama sent me out as Halloween as Count Chocula. I was trying to save the world from hunger, I guess. I don't know. It was weird growing up because, you know, they used to hide black characters. So you have people that was black, but you didn't know they was black, but you had to assume they was black just based on some traits, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like King Koopa from Super Mario. He definitely was black. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? He had a gold chain, cool name like Koopa. He had kids in different houses. That's a black dad. That is a black dad. Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants, Sandy the Squirrel. You telling me that's not a sister? She wore a whole spacesuit just to make sure her hair didn't get wet. Come on. There they were. We had to find them, though. They weren't as obvious as now. They weren't as obvious as they are now. My daughter's got all kinds of cool. She got cool princesses. She got all that stuff. And I remember they announced, Disney said they were going to make the Little Mermaid black. You remember that? I found out at that point I had racist friends. I didn't know it before that. And I found out at that point. I was on Facebook. I was like, dang, Blake doesn't like black people. Who knew? It was crazy. They were posting racist memes and stuff. One of my friends posted something, and I had to call him out, man. I had to take him out to lunch to figure out what's going on. I was like, hey, man, look, what is your problem with the Little Mermaid being black? He going to tell me, she can't be black, Joe. She's got red hair. I was like, she also got a fin, Bob. Like, where are you going to draw the line? Okay. Also, listen, if you're against the Little Mermaid being black, let me just say, we didn't say nothing when y'all changed Jesus. Okay, he was born in the Middle East. Ain't no way he looked like that. If Jesus looked like his portrait, he would have had house arrest. He wouldn't have been crucified. Let's be honest. All right. Plus, Little Mermaid gonna be better with a black cast if we're being honest. All our favorite songs were by the one black cast member before, the little Jamaican crab. Remember Sebastian? He had Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl. He had all the hits. Imagine when Sebastian's played by Lil Jon. You kidding me? Under the Sea, yeah, it's gonna be dope, right? We'll give white people a character, you know, like Ursula. It could be like Kathy Bates or Guy Fieri or something like that. It'll be dope. It's gonna be dope regardless. I was reading this article the other day about all the things that my daughter is never gonna have to deal with. She's never gonna have to drive a car if she don't want to because I have self-driving cars. She's never gonna have to turn a page in the book if she doesn't want to because you can flip it with your finger. She's never gonna encounter metal coat hangers, which I think is a tragedy if we're being honest. Because metal coat hangers, you remember those? We had them back in the 70s, 80s. They are the Swiss Army knife of the United States. You can use them as a hot dog roaster, marshmallow roaster. You could use them as an antenna. They can get you into a locked car to get your keys back out, all that stuff. See, coat hangers, they were an amazing, versatile tool, and we don't have them no more. One thing I am worried about, though, they said my daughter's going to have to deal with bullying. It's going to be different than what we grew up with. I don't know if you remember back in the 70s, 80s, bullies, they was just where you was going. So if you didn't want to deal with bullies, you just didn't go. Right now, they're everywhere. They're on virtual bullies. They're doing all this other stuff, virtual stuff, and doing all this stuff. I was worried about it until I talked to my buddy. Okay, he's got a girl. She's like 2 years older than mine, and she had to deal with a bully in first grade. And I asked him, I was like, "What happened with the bully thing?" He was like, "It's cool, man. We went out with the parents. We sat down. We had a little play date. Everything's fine now. We actually gonna go to the kids' birthday party this weekend. Which reminds me, while we out, we need to make sure we pick up snacks." I was like, all right, cool. He goes, but it can't have nuts. I said, what do you mean can't have nuts? He goes, can't have no nuts. The little boy's allergic to nuts. I said, little boy, hold on. The bully? The bully got a peanut allergy? What kind of a weak bully has a peanut allergy? Are you kidding me? And what kind of terrible daughter have you raised where she could have dealt with her bully with peanut brittle and she's still getting bullied? I'm not worried about my daughter no more. Okay, because I don't know about y'all bullies. My bullies was infallible. If they would have had a peanut allergy, are you kidding me? I would have started a gang in my school. We would have been defending everybody from bullies. We would have been the peanut butter boys. Are you kidding me? Somebody would have been getting picked on. You would have heard our theme song over the loudspeaker. It would have been like, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There. And we would have popped up on them. We would have been slapping bullies with Uncrustables. We were like, now what, Darius? Huh? Who you gonna bully now? I hope you got EpiPen in that Trapper Keeper, Darius. Go ahead, Darius. Call your mama. I hope that she's a choosy mom, because I keep that GIF on me, homie. Okay, that's what you get. Your mama should have never sent you to George Washington Carver Middle School. Okay, that's on your mama. That's what I'd have done. So I'm not worried about my daughter dealing with no bullies anymore. It's not a worry of mine. It was. I think we're good now. I'm just, yes, a trapper keeper. That's right. I see you in the comments. Yes, a trapper keeper. Y'all remember the trapper keeper? Y'all remember the trapper keeper? He had 16 pockets for no reason. Had a place you could put your pens and your pencils and crayons, everything. You had a place for your calculator where you didn't even use the calculator for math class. You was playing drug wars and stuff, just being stupid. Playing Snake before we had handheld video games. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I mentioned Uncrustables. Some of y'all might not know what that is. If you don't, you're missing out. Okay, you need to get with Uncrustables and meet Jesus. Okay, because Uncrustables is an amazing sandwich. It's a peanut butter jelly sandwich. They got all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's a redneck empanada. All right, I'm just telling you right now, you missing out. Go get them tonight. They got strawberry, great. They got Nutella. So those of you, coffee house people, get you some Uncrustables in your life. Just telling you. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get out of this pandemic, but I also am not excited to go back to doing all this live comedy. I like this. This is fun. I don't know if I'm doing well, but I assume I'm doing okay, and I don't have to wear pants, so it's a win-win. Okay, that's where I am in life right now. So I know we're crush knit pantsless. That's right. Just sitting here in my boxer briefs, slanging jokes, and this is a good career. I could do this. I could do this. I'm tired of putting on slacks. You ever put on pants you ain't worn in a while, and you wonder if they're your pants? That's what I've been going through. This pandemic has taught me I can't be home left to my own devices. I need a schedule. I need to get out of the house because I have to. Otherwise, my current preference in pants is sweatpants, and I don't even call them sweatpants anymore. They are just middle-aged pants. Yeah, you ever had somebody who just wears pajama pants all the time, but they don't want to call them pajama pants, so they call them loungers? That's not a thing. Those are pajama bottoms, bro. Okay, you ain't got dressed, and it's okay. Live your truth, right? Live your truth. That's where we are in the world, right? Everybody got to live their truth. I got a bunch of friends right now having kids, and they're throwing these stupid little things called gender reveal parties. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm woke. I'm accepting of all people. And I have to be aware that, my daughter, who's my daughter now, 20 years from now might not be my daughter. And that's fine, because I love that little girl, and I would love her if she's a little boy or whatever. Some of these people doing gender reveals are going to be disappointed. They spend all this money on pink balloons, and all of a sudden, when that kid turns 12, they got to have another gender reveal party. I'll be down if my budget's going to be messed up by that. Live your truth. That's what we're doing. I'm crushing my pantsless. Pantsless is my truth. So thank you. I think we're running out of time, so let me just one more time make sure you guys know that this was presented by the Community Hero Action Group. So make sure that you give them a like on Facebook, on your social media, follow them wherever. They got these things going on all week. And again, the 2022 Black Health Matters Conference. Tune in, tell your friends, share it on your social media. They got other comedians that are going to be here. We're going to change up the lineup every night. 2 comedians, 15 minutes each, having a blast. Making sure you guys are laughing because Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. I want you to put it out there. And if you want to follow me on social media, it's that guy Joe Deuce on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm not on Snapchat. That's a setup. Somebody collecting them pictures. I'm married. Not happening. You're not going to get me, bro. I recognize the setup. So you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy hump day, everybody. Stay blessed, stay black, and make sure you take care of yourself. Thank you. Nicole, I'm not sure we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everyone that's out there watching on Facebook, or if you're watching within the conference. We're about to start our next moderated session at 6 o'clock about maternal wellness and male doulas, which are actually doulos. I never knew that was a thing, but talking about the intersection of males and females and maternal wellness, because we have to have that conversation, because both parts of that relationship matter. And we need to talk about the male's portion of that relationship and talk about male nesting and what that looks like and how that is manifested. So we want to have that important conversation at 6 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, we have Andrea Lawful Sanders from Word Radio, and she is going to lead us in a forum called the questions that we've been too embarrassed to ask. Candid conversation about libido and contraception and sexual wellness. So we will have a couple of therapists on and a physician. So please don't miss that one. And that will close out Women's Wellness Day. Please be sure to follow us on social media, Community Hero PA. And hope to see you at the next session in about 30 minutes. All right. Thanks so much. You have a good evening. Bye-bye.